this is the first layer of our bookshelf. So we have here the books that I've already read, and then we have first one here is The Invisible Life of Annie LaRue, and then we have Ready Player One, The Fountains of Silence, Lovely War by Julie Berry, both my favorite historical fiction novel, and then we have Bright We Burn, and then of course we have Red Hood. Then we also have here The Bone Witch by Rin Chu Peko, Graceling, Loki, furthermore, Chronoblast, Blame in the Mist, and Rebel Bell. So these are the books that is somehow sci-fi, fantasy, and historical fiction. So moving on with the contemporary novels, we have Adam Silvera's novels, which is They Both Die in the End, More Happy Than Not, and then we have Infinity Sun, and then we have Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is If There's No Tomorrow. We have here My Heart and Other Black Holes, which is I do love this contemporary novel. We have Matched, which is by Ali Conti. This is a dystopian novel. And then, of course, our favorite author from contemporary novels, which is Colleen Hoover. We have Ugly Love, Confess, and If It Ends With Us. And then we have John Green books, which is Turtles All the Way Down, The Fault in Our Stars, Let It Snow, Paper Towns. And then we have other contemporary novels, which is Forbidden, 13 Reasons Why, my favorite author, Nicholas Sparks, which is 2 by 2. And then we have Nicola Yoon's novel, Everything, and The Sun is also a star. And then we have here two book duology, which is from Gail Foreman, which is If I Stay and Where She Went. And lastly, we have here To All the Boys I Loved Before book. So I actually don't have yet the second book, but I already read all of the series, the trilogy. I do love it, especially with the ending of it. And of course, I do love the movie adaptation on Netflix. So now we have the second layer of this bookshelf. So these are the books that I haven't really read, and I'm actually planning to read it soon. So we have here The Rules of the Game. We have Autobiography, Starfish, Leia on the Offbeat. We have Witchwood, and then this one I've already read, which is A Thousand Pieces of You by, I forgot the title of the author, Claudia Gray. So I actually wanted to reread this because I wanted to read the second and the third one. And then we have Jennifer Niven, Holding Up the Universe. We have One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, and then we have Never Night by Jay Kristoff, and we have God's Grave also by Jay Kristoff, and we have here Blood, Rose, Rebellion. So these are like the white covers. So now let's go with Novice and Inquisition by Taran Mataru, and then we have The Heart Forger by, I forgot the name of the author, Rin Chu Peko, but this is a sequel to The Bone Witch. And then we have Riders, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. We have contemporary and historical fiction here. We have Frankly in Love by David Yoon. This is the husband of Nicola Yoon. And then we have here historical fiction, which is Ashes in the Snow and Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetis. And then Test of the Road by Rachel Hartman, Flamecaster. And then we have here some contemporary fantasy. We have The Problem with Forever, which is from Jennifer L. Armentrout. And then The Crown's Game, Restore Me, which is, I believe, the last book of the Shatter Me series. Lastly, we have here Deviate and Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. So this is a gift from me last December, Christmas, from the Filipino Booktubers. And then we have here the books that I've already read, which is Shatter Me, Truly Devious, and The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. So Truly Devious is the book of the month pick for October for the Blu-ray book club. And then we have Sight and Gumiho with Cat by Cat Show. And then lastly, we have What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. I do love this book so much. So this is also the Book of the Month pick for Blu-ray Book Club last November. So now going down with the bookshelf, I have here the Twilight Saga books, and then we have the what you call this, the like the gender bent swap of Twilight, and then the Midnight Sun. We have Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. And then we have here Rebel of the Sand, which I've already read. Warcross, The Hate You Give. I really do love this book so much. And then we have here the trilogy, Ash Princess trilogy. I did also enjoy this, but the ending of this book, I'm not really sure of that. But anyway, we have contemporary here, which is Love Letters to the Dead. And then My favorite book of all time, The Nightingale by Christine Hanna, my favorite historical fiction of all time. And then we have Patron Saints of Nothing. We also have here, I hope you can still see it. So we have Aristotle and Dante. We discover the secrets of the universe. So I lagged there, but anyway, we have here Since You've Been Gone by our Morgan Matson. The last portion here is we have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Macarin. So this, I have a lot of opinions about this book, but anyway, we have here The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and then Another Day, Blood, Red Snow. We have Icarella. We have The Fantastic Beast by um, but anyway, we have here the Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee, and then we have here the last portion of this shelf. We have Stephen King's It, and then we have The President is Missing. So yeah, so these are the books. So in this part, we have really, to be honest, a random bookshelf. We have series, we have Wattpad books, Filipino books, and we also have like a mass market paperback and much more like bigger books in this one. So now we have our bookshelf completed. So this is the image of my TBR cart, and I am really excited about this books. I wanted to read it sooner than later. And then we have here some of the mangas that I am excited. We have the Monstress, Ruby, and Sagala. I almost forgot that I have still books on my cabinet, so we have here another TBR on my pile, which is Malice by John Gwen, and the selection Tagalog version by Kirka. So this is three books, the first three books of the selection series. So these are my all-time favorite book, which is The Lunar Chronicles, the Young Adult Trilogy, the Divergent Trilogy, and the Maze Runner. And let's not forget The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. So we have here some hardcover contemporary novels that I did enjoy. Some are not yet read, but mostly it is already read. My favorite here is You Should See Me in a Crown. And going here, we have some sci-fi fantasy novels, and this is also a hardcover edition book. So some are read and mostly are not. So this is the bookshelf that you usually saw on my video. So I have here 5 layers of books. So let's start with the first one. So we have here Illuminae by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. And then we have Kristen White's The Guinevere Deception and The Camelot Betrayal. And we have the whole series of Harry Potter by Hermione Granger. And then we have The Diabolic and the Empress. And then also we have The Gemina by also the second book, the sequel of this one with Illuminae. So we have my Shadowhunter collection, which is, I really do love this shelf so much. So we have the Bane Chronicles, we have Lady Midnight, Chain of Gold, the book that destroyed me and, you know, give me a life. And then we have the MI series, and then we have the Red Scrolls of Magic, and then of course Chain of Gold. I also got broken with this one. And then we have here the last one, which is The Eldest Curse, the sequel of this one. So the third layer is the Fifth Wave, the Collector's Edition, the 5th anniversary edition rather. So we have here The Last Magician and the Devil Thieves by Lisa Maxwell, and then we have here This Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and then of course Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo, Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, hindi lang siya kasya sa taas, so nilagay ko siya dito sa baba. So we have here the whole series of the Hush Hush, and then of course my all-time favorite trilogy of all time, the Conqueror Saga, And I Darken, Now I Rise, and Bright We Burn. So if you love me, please read And I Darken as soon as possible, because this series is so good. And then we have here on the last portion is Sky Hunter by Marilu. The fourth layer is The Kiss of Deception, The Beauty of Darkness. I still don't have the sequel, the second book of this one, because I still haven't read the first one. So this one is on sale, so I bought it. And then we have the Legend Trilogy. We have the PGO series, Alive, Alight, Alone by Scott Sigler, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, and If These Wings Could Fly. So this is the last portion of the bookshelf. So we have here the Daughter of Smoke and Bones trilogy, and then we have here my Sarah J. Maas collection. So we have here the collector's edition of Throne of Glass and A Court of Thorns and Roses. We have The Assassin's Blade, the prequel of the series. We have The Crown of Midnight, the second, and the last book of the series is The Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. So we have here A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Wings and Ruins, and A Court of Frost and Starlight. We also have here A Court of Silver and Flame. So, and then the last one here is The Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. So this is the last portion of my bookshelf tour. So if you can see this is the books that I've read for the month of April. And these are the books that I am actually currently in the middle of. So we have here A Court of Mist and Fury, Instant Karma, Renegades, The Four Winds, the last book of TMI, On the Come Up, A Reread for Me, Crooked Kingdom, The Dragon Republic, and the second book of Sejano Silang. So you are wondering why I am reading a lot of books at the same time, because I am really a moody reader. And this is my annotation material. So you know me guys, I do love annotation. So I have here my earpods, my another earphones also here. Doraemon is my favorite cartoon character. And then we have my power bank and my ebook reader. So hello everyone! So I hope you guys did enjoy this scattered mini bookshelf tour, but anyway, a big shout out to Jini Martini because he suggested this video. So that's it for my video. So once again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more about the bookcase, click subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!